Welcome back to the channel, Crypto Trend Trader, with a quick update on Bitcoin. These markets are extremely volatile, so please do your own research and trade responsibly. I just want to start here on the weekly chart. This is Bitstamp, and as you can see, we are in an uptrend. Bitcoin is going up, it's been going up, it's going to continue going up until something changes. Now, I want to focus on this area down here, the 2013-2015 area. There's a couple times in here where it probably looked like we were going to keep going down forever. Probably looked like we were going to keep going down forever. And then look, we rounded out and we rallied. Looked like we were going to keep going down forever. Capitulate, looked like we were going to keep going down forever. People were calling that we were going to go back down to $800 here. And then we rallied back up to 14,000 almost. So now here we are, we're at this decision point where one of two things is going to happen. We're either going to drop back down here and continue going down and, put in a lower high and rally up. We're going to put in a, lower high from here already and rally up. Or, we're going to put in a lower low and then eventually we're going to rally up. Until something changes, there's no reason to think that we're not going to put in, a new high eventually, a new higher high, a new macro high, and move to the upside. But in the meantime, the market's not necessarily giving us anything telling us that the price is going to reverse here either. So, we came down here on this swing. When you look at it from this perspective, this big time frame, long time frame perspective, that's clearly a swing high. That's clearly a swing low. That's clearly a swing high. This right here is nothing. It's nothing. Until this breaks up here and we get above that, we can't call this our next swing low. It's not gonna. It has to look like proportionate to the rest of the patterns here on the chart. So that's what we need to keep our eyes out for. And in order for that to happen, we're gonna basically need like massive price action moves to the upside. So in order for that to look proportionate on this chart to where we could start calling that a swing high, we basically got to get to like the $10,000 and $12,000 range, and then you start seeing it up here and you start thinking, okay, that looks like a swing. So I just want to look like real deep long term out at the chart and kind of take a look at it. And now let's just go to like the daily here, because sometimes you lose focus when you're looking at these things like up close. We're in this downtrend. We're still in this downtrend. We're stuck inside this channel. We're at the top of the channel right now. And it's decision point now to see like what's going to happen. And the most likely thing that's going to happen, 1, 2, 3, 4, most likely thing that's going to happen is we touch this channel and we get the fifth time, we get the sell-off. I don't know that it's going to come all the way down to the bottom of the channel now again, but the likelihood is that we're going to sell off until we don't. The likelihood is we're going to come down here and test this channel until we don't. And that's going to put us right in our $5,500 range. Now, alternatively, what could happen here? We could break out to the upside, confirm candle close, consolidate, and if we did something like that, we consolidate outside this on a longer time frame, a daily, even a 4-hour, and got a couple of closes outside here, I would get bullish on it for sure. Now let's switch over here. Now look, here's the jewel thief giving us the buy signal here, which is extremely reliable. But it could always be a fake out. This was almost a buy signal. The only reason it wasn't, we didn't quite sell off long enough. And it's probably just because we got this stronger pop-up right here. So because we didn't get much of a pop-up, we did here, but it sold off so violently afterwards, I think is why we're getting that buy signal there. And I think we're closer to a scenario like this, the way everything's lining up, moving averages, indicators, oscillators, all of it. And then if you look here on the weekly, we're underneath the blue, but it's still positive slope on it. That's a situation like this where we start curling back up. It hasn't turned red yet, but we're still underneath it. In order to keep that blue, we have to basically like average out, like keep moving up towards it. But what's most likely to happen is if we can't gain momentum is we would hit it and get rejected down from it. So that may be our capitulation, but it's likely we just got like the SAR pop up here, took out that parabolic stop and reverse, and then we're going to sell back off, come all the way back down to it, and then we could potentially get, that last attempt back up to try to break through here. But as far as this looks right now, longer time frames, it looks bearish. Still looks bearish, I should say. And here on the daily, this is what I was talking about, is, we got the close up here, but we could now either get the close back on top, and then we had an open-end close on top, or we could sell back off. and then as soon as we sold back off and closed, we did the same thing again. So now here on this daily, if we rally back up here and we get the close above 8100, we got the open above the moving average and we got the close above the moving average, and that looks bullish, and then I think we'd likely get continuation up to 9,000. Now granted, at this point in time, the way the market's reacting here, that doesn't look likely necessarily, but this could potentially be, a rising wedge type scenario. I mean, we're getting less of a sell-off each time. We're in a bullish move up here. We're holding a support line on the way up. I mean, it looks like we're getting ready, honestly. Consolidating, consolidating, consolidating. It looks like we're getting ready to break through here. And if we do, I think we're going to push up to that $9,000 range, and we're going to test this market and see, can we take out this past swing high? Can we get a potential move to the upside? And if we do, that's going to break out of the channel. But it could result in a strong rejection too. I mean, we'll see what happens. But I mean, I think we're at that big point in the market where there's moves to be made. And make sure that if you're on the right side of a trade, that you take profits along the way. And if you're on the wrong side of the trade, you make sure your stop losses are in place, because you don't want to lose your money right before the big move. The big long trending trade. Everybody keeps thinking the big move is just this one big like candle, and that's not what I'm talking about when I say the big move. I'm talking about a long trending trade that lasts for years. That's the trade we're looking for. That's what this is all about. That's how you make the mad gains, is long trending trades that last for years. The trades that you think back and think that was the best trade of my career. That's the trade we're looking for in crypto. And I think it's honestly right on the horizon. So there we go. That's a little daily, weekly, longer term technical analysis. Crypto Trend Trader, and I'm signing off.